Hey guys, so we are going to try this again. After the fly went through it, I let it completely finish drying because I didn't want to have half dry paint and then it rolling over other paint and creating like, I guess, areas that were more raised because they were dry and not dry. So we did that. I let it finish drying. So we're going to take the same cups. These two are dried out completely. The top one here should be dry. The bottom one has leftover paint in it. So that'll just be the first cup that we pour out. And I mixed up some more paint. I had to go pick up a couple of the colors again, just because I was low. We don't need a white base because we have 2 pours as a base as of now, so we're not going to need the white base. And this time, because the last time the yellow kind of took over a little more than the first time, we're going to do 2 cups with the blue as the bottom and 2 cups with the yellow as the bottom, and see if that levels out the amount of yellow that takes over. And when we pour them, we'll also alternate. Actually, I need to shake this up just to make sure it's good. I don't want to shake too much because, again, we don't want many cells. And this one's going to be yellow with all the leftover paint. Go ahead and add yellow to the blue cups. And then I'll add blue to the yellow cups. So this was a yellow cup, we're going to add blue to it. This is a yellow cup, we're going to add blue to. This cup's going to be fuller because it had the other leftover paint in it. I'm going to add copper to all the cups. Not much, just a little. We don't want it to be too overbearing, but we don't want it to also just disappear. Then we have the Artist Loft Level 1 Aqua Green. Adding to all the cups. The Apple Barrel Canary Yellow, which is a lighter yellow. A little bit of the Deco Art Cobalt Teal Hue, and we don't have much of that left because the store actually did not have any more. I went to 3 different stores, nobody had it, so we'll just use the last of what we have. Our Apple Barrel Key West, which is the lightest blue we have. I know this part takes a minute, and I'm sorry for those who don't really like watching longer videos and mixing, and so I did all the mixing pre-video just to save you guys that, but I did have some people say they wanted to see start to finish, so they wanted to see what I put in the cups and what orders, so they just know kind of start to finish how everything is. I'm going to add a little bit more of this light yellow, the canary yellow. To give some depth to the yellow because it didn't really come through in this piece. You really only see the regular yellow and then the greens that it created. Okay, and then add a little bit more blue to each cup. And then I'm going to put a dab of copper on the top of each cup. We didn't use much copper last time, and I actually don't see any in this unless you look really close to a couple spots. But I don't want it to overpower, so we don't want to add too very much. Then I'm just going to move all of these paints back here out of the way and move these paper towels that somebody threw on my table. Well, I guess they're wet now, so they're going to stay there. When you've got kids and men running around the house, it's hard to keep stuff from getting abused and used. Alright, so I'm going to get some paper towels ready. And then we're just going to start pouring, you guys. I might put a little bit of blue down as a base, just to help it flow. Just because we don't want to run out of paint this time. I'd rather have extra. So, that's the deal. Okay, guys. Now I want to make sure it's focused. And you're going to see me a little bit down here. We're going to start with the cup that had the leftover paint in it. The next one I pour, I'll try to go stay on the other side and pour it to where you guys can see better. I'm going to set that to the side and I'll set another cup on top of it in a moment. I guess I could always pour with my other hand. Let's do that. I'm having to do wide circles because these cups don't pour as good. And they just leave big globs. I'm going to put this cup upside down on this cup. Go ahead and get all that leftover paint into one cup. We're going to do a blue cup. So this is the third go at this commission piece, you guys. The first one we didn't have enough paint. The second one was perfect until a fly landed in it. So we are hoping that this third one will be like a perfect go. Like, I'm hoping this one's going to be it. Okay, let's put this over top of this one. And here we go, guys. I'm going to step across, hopefully, and not be too far in the light. I'm going to try to... It's not going to let me zoom, is it? Oh, there. Let me zoom a little bit so I can get you guys a little bit closer, but not as close as I would like to. I'm trying not to run too much off until I cover the whole canvas. I do like that we're getting some copper in this one. I'm going to try to go to the back corner real quick. I know this is going to be off camera, you guys. I'm sorry. Almost there. And we're there. And now let's go back down that way to this corner. So I do like this. I do think the client will like this, the way it's looking right now. I can't get a hold of it. Over this corner. I'm going to have to touch up where my hand just touched, but if I can just get some paint down here to help it move. Come on, paint, work with me. We're almost down to the corner. So there was enough paint on here, it's just getting it to move without going over the edges. There, now that should drag down and drip over. Okay, I'm going to set it down, you guys, and then I still have to, evidently we've lost some cups somewhere. This corner over here, I'm going to have to tilt it, but I want to put some paint on it first, so that it can flow, because that's the only corner that needs to get done. So I wipe a little of this paint off so I can grab it without dripping paint on it. And we're going to tilt it this way. I actually think I want to grab it at this end and just tilt it that way. It's going to be hard to do without messing this paper up. Okay, we're just going to go for it. I can't see it, so I'm pretty much just going for when I see paint drip off the edge. Not quite what I needed. Let me touch that up. Okay. I know I'm all in the way, you guys. It's weird that that's what comes out of the cup. Okay. Now I'm going to go try to tilt it one more time. If I could do it from down here without like majorly affecting it. Maybe I can just do it from right here. And just tilt it that way. And this way. For just a second. I'm about to have paint all over the floor. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see. Really don't want to touch my phone too very much. Oh, wrong way. Okay, hopefully you guys can see. I still don't like all that yellow on that corner right there. But it does tie in, so I may just leave it alone. I don't know. I'm really considering pouring on this section here and then tilting this way so that it, I just don't know, you guys. I think I'm just so frazzled over the fact that it's taken all of this time that I'm just worried that the client's still not going to be happy. The client was happy with the last one until the fly incident. Which actually... Okay, so we're just going to call this it. I'll do a close-up, and then I'll take pictures and send to the client, see how the client feels, and that will decide if we touch it any further. We'll leave it all up to the client and go from there. So, I will be right back with a close-up. Okay guys, so here is take 3 of this piece. And I'm going to let the client decide, and then we'll decide if we're going to redo it. But as of now, here is the bottom right corner. Going up into the top right corner. Coming back down. Bottom left corner. And up, and the whole thing. So there it is. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely a lot more cells than I intended. No silicone, so nothing I could really do about that. So yeah, let me know what you think.